You know that feeling, right? You walk away from a conversation and you're just wondering, wait, were they flirting with me or just being incredibly nice? It's a completely universal human experience. Well, in today's Explainer, we're diving straight into the fascinating psychology of decoding hidden attraction. We're going to break down 5 very specific, scientifically backed signs that someone secretly finds you attractive.
Because think about it, when people are attracted to someone, what do they usually say often? Absolutely nothing. People actively try to hide their feelings. They don't openly flirt, they don't confess, and they rarely just come right out and say how they feel. But here's the catch. While we can easily control our words, our subconscious behavior often betrays the truth through some incredibly subtle actions.
So that brings us to the ultimate question. How can you actually tell if someone secretly likes you? I mean, if they're actively trying to keep it a secret, how do we crack that code? Well, the answer is literally hidden in plain sight. We just have to learn how to read a very specific, totally unspoken language.
Which brings us to Section 1, the secret language.
And kicking off our 5 signs in Section 2, mirroring your energy.
So let's talk about mirroring. This is the psychological tendency for people to naturally, almost automatically copy the behaviors, the pace, or the body language of those they feel connected to. Just think about it. If you cross your legs or, say, take a sip of your coffee, and they immediately do the exact same thing, that's mirroring. If you laugh, they laugh. Psychology shows us that the stronger the attraction, the more naturally and effortlessly this happens. It's basically the brain's way of building a subconscious bridge right to you.
But it actually goes even deeper than just copying your speaking speed or your gestures. They become more relaxed when you do. If you take a deep breath and sort of settle back into your chair, you might notice their shoulders instantly drop as they subconsciously match your physical state. Spotting this subtle shift in their relaxation level to match yours, that is a major tell of their hidden connection to you.
Moving on to Section 3, remembering the details.
Okay, imagine this scenario. You speak briefly with someone, maybe just a couple of minutes in passing, right? Yet you somehow leave a remarkably strong impression. Why does that happen? Because attraction acts like a giant spotlight. It forces their brain to pay much closer attention to you. So the next time you meet, they effortlessly recall your name or some highly specific, tiny detail you mentioned in passing. They remember because, quite simply, people naturally retain information about those who leave a strong, attractive impression on them.
Next up is Section 4, seeking your reaction.
You really want to notice how specific actions trigger immediate telltale reactions. For instance, if you simply wave or smile at them, watch closely to see if their mood instantly changes and brightens. Or imagine a joke is told in a group setting. Instead of looking around at everyone else while laughing, their very first instinct is to look right at you. These are 2 huge signs, and they happen in real time.
Let's actually break down the science of that instant mood boost for a second. It all comes down to the brain's reward system. This is a neural network activated by attention from someone we find attractive. When you notice them, your attention acts as a literal chemical reward in their brain. Psychology shows that even the smallest interaction with someone you're attracted to can completely brighten your day, all because of this automatic neurological response.
And as for that second reaction, looking at you when a joke lands, it's because people naturally seek emotional validation from those whose opinions matter most. When something funny or exciting happens in a room full of people, they want to see if you think it's funny too. Why? Because out of everyone in that room, your opinion holds the absolute most weight for them.
Which brings us to our final sign in Section 5, finding ways to stand out.
So how does all this internal stuff build into concrete behaviors? Well, people will subtly try to highlight their best qualities whenever you're around. They might suddenly dress up a little more. Maybe they're rocking a nice blazer for a totally casual coffee run. Or they might casually find a way to drop a recent achievement into the conversation, or even show off a hidden talent. Psychology shows us that people constantly, almost subconsciously, try to put their absolute best foot forward when they're in the presence of someone they find attractive.
But here's the really crucial point. When they wear that new outfit or share that impressive achievement, they aren't trying to impress everyone in the room. Not at all. They're making a targeted effort just for the one person they hope actually notices, you. It is a quiet, completely personal broadcast designed for an audience of exactly one.
It all brings our explainer's narrative full circle to this absolutely brilliant summary from our source material. Quote, "Sometimes people don't say they're attracted to you, they simply hope their actions say it first." End quote. I mean, it just perfectly captures the essence of this silent, subconscious language we've been talking about, doesn't it?
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a provocative question to chew on. Which of these signs do you think is the hardest to fake? Is it that instant mood boost, or maybe the unconscious mirroring of your energy? Really think about these psychological dynamics the next time you're interacting with someone and see if you can spot the secret language of attraction playing out right in front of you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and keep learning.